Hello, and welcome to Puzzlers Anonymous. My name is Kevin, and I am a puzzle addict, and you are listening to the dulcet tones of my new microphone. I am not going to talk any clearer just because I have a new microphone, but I don't know, maybe it'll sound better. Gina's also home right now in the next room doing the dishes, so maybe it'll pick up on sounds in the background. We'll find out. I'm still experimenting with the settings on this thing. But yeah, I thought it'd be fun to get something like that. I'm not trying to do anything fancy with this YouTube channel. I realize it's a very niche thing, really, just for my friends that I know in real life. But I don't know. I thought it would be fun to put some focus into it. Oh, Juniper is begging for attention. I'm gonna pause this. I gotta play with this cat. And of course, in typical cat fashion, despite begging for attention, then she didn't want to play at all. So I'm back. So yeah, I'm not like trying to grow the channel or anything. It's fun to like put a little effort into your hobbies. And this wasn't particularly expensive, but it's still a way to up my game. So maybe that'll also hold me accountable on doing puzzles more often. I'm also thinking about doing like video essays. I'm writing one right now, so it'll be helpful for that. We'll see if that even happens. So yeah, I always do a little life update. Spooky season is over. Halloween was nice. I'm actually gonna do the puzzle from the day before Halloween. I tried a video for the one on the 31st because I really thought, even though Fridays are usually themeless, I thought it was gonna be a Halloween one, and then it wasn't. It was just a themeless. The grid made it look like it was going to be themed, maybe. It's just like, I don't know, this setup. Like, now that I look at it, it's maybe pretty clearly a themeless because it's got these long ones here, but it looks like maybe it was themed. And all the other puzzles for that day, like the spelling bee and all of that, were Halloween themed. So I tried recording that one. It wasn't any good. So I'm going to do Thursday today. Where did these go? Why are the last days in October? What happened there? That was just there, right? I can rewind on the video and see that there was one for the 30th. I'm just locked out of those now. That's fine. I'll do the 23rd. I just feel like doing a Thursday. Those are fun, and I haven't done one in a while. But I'll start with circuits. Oh, but I was talking about my life. I don't know. I don't think I had much to say about Halloween. I was kind of low effort on it this year. I've just been very busy, so I just got out my hot rod costume, which was fun, but yeah, nothing too excited with that. So let's puzzle. Let's do circuits. I'm just enjoying this one, so I'm going to keep starting with it, at least for the near future. So I already kind of peeped this one. When you're on the main page of Puzzmo, you can like see them ahead of time. So I was already thinking about it, and I saw this all over the place and placemat, so cheated a bit on that. What goes into place and then slap goes into that? What phrases in general do slap go into? I can think of like slap shot, like in hockey, but shot place is nothing. Is this put into play? Sorry, but that microphone picked up my coughs awesomely. Yeah, probably put it into practice and put it in play. Okay. So then this is well put and well. I like that. You can see here, place does not go to there. There's no arrow there. Is this medium rare and medium well? Those both be like from the same thing. Those are both ways things are cooked. Usually it's like they try to go in different directions. Interesting. Okay. Something that goes into medium or place comes after slap. I still can't think of anything that would go with slap. That's just like not a common phrase. Thinking of the good place. That's not popular enough to be on this. I'm going to use a bolt. I think I've mentioned before that I have very short patience for figuring out circuits. We want to get to the crossword, which is really important. Okay. Slap happy, happy medium, happy place. Pretty good. How did I do on my score? Doesn't say there. Let's go to the leaderboards. 905 on the high score. 1,000 on the best time. 1,460. Yeah, not particularly good. The difference between the best time and the high score here, if you're wondering, high score I think is more about getting the letter successfully, and this one's just about time. But like as you can see, some of these are 5 seconds, and a lot of that has to do with that thing of like being able to see it from the page before you go in. I'm not accusing Mark 2004 of cheating, but it probably did. Because like 5 seconds to sort this out is pretty quick, but you could look from this page and you could figure out all the answers and then type them in. So that's why they do like the time and the high score to make it fair with those options. All right, on to the puzzle. We cannot do October 30th because of a weird glitch, so we're going to do Thursday from October 23rd. I can see little circles in here, so that's going to be interesting. This is by Amy Lucido, and let's get to it. Okay, this one doesn't have a title, right? Yeah, because that would just be at the top of the page. But we know these long ones are going to be the theme ones, so let's look at them. Stealthiest of stealthy warriors. I mean, I feel like that's going to be a ninja, but that's just not going to be good with those letters there, so keep going. 40. Things opened before passengers exit an aircraft. I mean, I would think overhead bins, which is too long here, but it is, hi Gina, it is Thursday, so it's going to be tricky ones. So, I mean, it might be something where it pivots around the corner here. Might be a rebus. I wonder if I get this one, even though it didn't have a circle in it. Case opener. Yeah, I don't know. What with this? Star of NBC's The Blacklist. I have not watched that show. We probably have a revealer right here. But also, let me look at the downs on these. Peninsula south of California, colloquially. I feel like that's Baja California, which they're not going to say that in here because California is in the clue. That's why it's colloquially. Yeah, I don't know any nicknames for it. Site of a huge annual crowd. I'm feeling like that's Mecca, which wouldn't fit there, and I don't know like the formal name for that place. And I think some treachery is afoot with these clues. Set of notches in a dictionary. That's like the things, the little indents for finding the letters. I have no idea what that's called. So let's look at possible revealer here. Sports craze, the 2020s, as seen 3 times in this grid. Is this pickleball? Yeah, it is. Okay. So 3 times in this grid, which is definitely going to be this, is going to be pickleball. Is it as simple as that? Is it just this is a rebus alert, and I just put pickle in here and then everything's going to go from there? Because it's like it's a ball, right? So let's try it. That feels like it can't be right. Things open before passengers exit an aircraft. See, I'm thinking like it would be pickle written there, but then it would like fit into the phrase. Overhead, yeah. Maybe it's gonna be names of different pickles. Yeah, I don't think it would be just as simple as just putting that in there. So yeah, let's work around one of these. Which ones do we feel most confident about? I feel like this airline one seems easiest. So let's see what we can get around here. Classic Camaros. Ooh, that's a car one. Don't know it. Best ever informally. This is probably GOAT. Greatest of all time. That one we don't know. High place to view a high art. What is a high art? Ooh. So it's not like high art like fancy. It's a high art. Like skydiving or something. I don't know. You've outstayed your welcome. I think you should leave is too many letters. I don't know. We got some shorties here. That'll help. Neither's partner is nor. Boom. We're cracking the case here. We got this puzzle solved. Common fixtures over fireplaces. Don't know. Case opener. Don't know. Location that requires tickets for checking out, but not checking in. End of a municipal address. That would be gov. Yeah, we still got nothing there. TVs probably go over fireplaces. That's a bummer. Why would... No, actually, that does make sense. I was going to say, why would you put a TV over a fireplace? But, like, I think, you know, if you had, like, a classic old school fireplace. But actually, that makes perfect sense. Now that I think about it, I have friends who watch this channel that have a TV over their fireplace, and it does look good. I don't know why I'm such a hater there. Case opener, I still don't know, even with those letters. Yeah, this didn't really get us anything. Okay. Kind of stuck there. Holder of the NBA's career points record before LeBron passed him in 2023. It's got to be Jordan, right? Let's check for the other ones. Genre for Blackpink and Stray Kids. Yeah, that's J-pop. Okay. National footwear retailer based in Quebec. I don't know. And I don't really know why I'm working on this section. It's not related to the themes, besides just we got to eventually solve everything. I'm taking a break from the themes. They're overwhelming me. Warren Beatty film based on 10 Days That Shook the World. I don't know what 10 Days That Shook the World is, or that film. Relaxed. At ease would not work, because I really think Jordan is correct, because we got J-pop. Oh, maybe not. Because this is, he's just not that into you, so it's not Jordan. Is this J-pop? Yeah, Blackpink is Japanese. Okay. So then, yeah, I don't know who had the most points besides Jordan. You've overstayed your welcome. Figures on DraftKings or FanDuel is odds. Yay, we love sports gambling. Put forward is probably pose, so that'll help. Now we got some letters. Still don't know that one. Don't know that one. Okay, but at ease is what we have, so then maybe that gets us something here. Still don't know that. Oh, this is please go, which is pretty close to. I think you should leave. Set of notches in a dictionary. Still don't know that. Is it Aldo thing? I feel like this is Reds, but I just can't know for sure. Okay, working somewhere else. Slugger Sammy is Sosa. Button to hit after accidentally deleting an entire manuscript would be undo. I don't think that helps for deleting files, but whatever. Punch in the stomach sign. Is that just like us? I don't know. Worst possible rating on Amazon is 1 star. We were doing the Sunday yesterday, and it was like support point for tree pose, and the answer was 1 leg, and like Gina could not conceptualize that. We spend Sundays. I don't know how I started the Sundays with we do the Sundays together. So she just didn't get that one. Prez on a U.S. coin. I think this is gonna be FDR. He was on the dime because he was a big fan of the March of Dimes, which is like a charity thing. Punch in the stomach sounds then is oomphs. Oofs. So 1 up is outdo. Maybe this will start getting us something. Words of denial is probably knots. Don't know that one. Something Nicholas. Remotest of California's Channel Islands. It's got to be San, right? Or San. Reporters often carry them. Notepads. I also carry a notepad around the office, so I don't use my computer, but I can remember to write things down. It's an affront. Don't know. Should we informally? I feel like should we itself is pretty informal. I don't know. AL East athlete. Oh, World Series just ended. That was a bummer. I was cheering for the Blue Jays. Okay, this is going to be Oriole. Baltimore Oriole. Moneymaker. Don't know. Still don't know that one. Okay. Areas of development. I don't know. I wonder if the microphone's still picking me up back here. I know it's picking me up, but like, I feel like this is enough of a directional thing where it would actually affect the sound. Now I'm scooting it. I feel like I am messing this up. Helvetica-like typeface would be Arial. It's another sans serif one. Okay, stealthiest of stealthy warriors. Ninja would start to fit, but then we have that whole other thing there. What's going on with pickleball? I don't know. Call Her Daddy podcast host Cooper. I don't know. We should confirm that pickleball is actually correct. Like, it probably is. Craze of the 2020s, but let's just get a few. Said angrily could be spat. Spec in La Seine is probably eel, like an island in the river. Again, I'm going off the letters here, but I think that works. Paintings on plaster could be frescoes. I spelled that wrong. I spelled it wrong again. Okay, so I feel confident in pickleball, but let's keep going on this just to put it together. Certain salad veggies is probably cukes, so 65 would be aloe. Ingredients, some mouthwashes. It's perceivable. Thomas Hardy heroine, who's described as a pure woman. Tess is a woman's name, so let's go with it. Where Rudolph could first be seen in 2000 for short. This is probably SNL referring to Maya Rudolph. Lou, is it Baga or Vaga? I think it's Baga. Who did Mambo number 5. Wait, what did it call him? Singer. Oh. Since the little thing cut off the name here, I thought it was like Sage. He is a sage. Still don't know that one. Don't know. Musical sister of Jessica Simpson. This is Ashley, and I feel like it's spelled weird. I feel like it's like EE at the end. Command posts, I don't know. Rosh Hashanah. TV's warrior princess is Xena, which I believe is spelled with an X. That might come back to bite us. Cook outside, sunbathe. Clay bean of Jewish folklore is a golem. Wheel connectors are axles. We are doing great here. So some is not all. I'll work with that. Command post is helms. That works. Opera box is high place to view a high art. So does this get us anything? He said overhead bins. It could be doors. So is this like a pickle name that ends with D? What are types of pickles? Things open before password. Yeah. Could be still overhead doors. Or is it just plain doors? See, that would still feel like this would have to be PL. So tricky. I mean, the notches probably has to do with appendix or index. I'm really blanking on this. Well, let's just keep going on other steps, see what we can get. Difference between a B and a C, perhaps. This could be talking about grades. It could be talking about music. It's talking about music because it is a half step. There's a half step between B and C. Still don't know car stuff. Case opener. I don't really know what this is asking for. What kind of case? I'm thinking like legal case. Yes, because it's argument. Okay. So then, wow, we really have most of the letters here. This is Kareem. So it is K-pop. I really thought Blackpink was Japanese. Yeah, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So that is Aldo. That is okay. Reds. Did I say that I was thinking about that one? Just seems like it's probably like something about like Soviets. Yeah, it's SR works because there's gonna be some weird car name. Thermirbergex. I have no idea what this is gonna be. Ay. Still don't know that. So yeah, it's gonna be something. Checking out is gonna be like a tricky word. I don't know. Counts is probably tails. Yeah, because brief moments in brief is sex. Sex. Yeah, I just don't know that show. Probably super helpful. I feel like a lot of times with the Rebus ones, they'll give you ones that are like very definitive. So it's like, yeah, if you know who this guy is, then it's gonna, or lady, then it's just gonna lock it in for you. Where other ones are more obscure. Okay. Don't know that one. Activist Brockovich is Aaron. Never saw that movie. I was a little too young when it came out. Moneymaker. This usually refers to your ass, but I think it's going to be something different. A slap isn't a front. Okay. Ninja Masters. Is that a thing? So this could be jam. I don't really know how jam is pickles. Can you do pickled jam? It's like things that you could pickle. So let's say this is ninja. That would be an N. I don't know if that works for either of these. Yeah, let's just keep working on what we got. Didn't mean to offend you. No offense. No shade. No tea, no shade, no pink lemonade. Part of USMA. United States Marine. No, that's Marine Corps. Yeah, I don't know what that one is. Still don't know that one. Okay. 1887 drama on which a Puccini opera is based. So it's like a story that already existed, then made it into a opera. Don't know. Prez, 2 decades after FDR. So he would have been 30s and 40s. So this would be 60s, probably JFK, especially if we're going with 3 letters. But it could also be LBJ. We'll see. I'll answer all your questions. Session online. Probably AMA. A little Reddit reference on here. I don't like that. Just because I still don't know the letters for it. Let's see what this is. Composers' Rights Organization. Okay, could be LBJ. Should be BM something. I still don't know it. Okay. Bit of food for a hamster. Is it pellet? Units equal to roughly a quarter of a calorie. These are joules. Energy units. Done in geometry class. This must be some sort of like code for like when a proof is finished, what you write at the end, but I don't know. River through Kazakhstan. Don't know. I can't talk despite having this beautiful new microphone. Little more than. Don't know. Troubadour. That's one example. Don't know. Checkers move is a jump. Product with a Cakester's variety is probably Oreo. A little bit of crossword ease. Yeah, so this would be, I know there's the Ural Mountains. It's probably the same thing. A little more than is probably Mir. Troubadour is a poet. Okay. So this is going to be square. Ooh. So this is, it's not the pilgrimage, the Hajj. It's New Year's Eve. So this is Times Square. So I'm thinking, would this, like, is that just the way to do it? I did that because I already had the quare. So I figured I'd just start with letters that I have and go we have there. But what does MES have to do with pickle? There's another S in there. It is a mess. Okay. So it's not a pickle like something you pickle. It is pickle like you're in a situation. Is it James Spader who's in it? Because then that would make this LBJ, which we were thinking about anyways. I think that's true. Can I just look this up now? Blacklist TV show. Yeah, that's him. Okie doke. Don't know that. Don't know that. But we do have this one now, so. Okay, it is going to be doors. Cabin doors. Yes, because that would put you in a bind. Okay. So on that one. Okay, index. Thumb index. So that's what it's called with those little tabs. That's fun. Okay, coat room. It's tickets for checking out, but not checking in. Okay. So SROC for Camaros. I'll just have to believe you. I don't know this one. And I don't know this one. But I bet we can figure this one out. This one's probably Jam, right? Yeah, Ninja Masters. I think I said Jam before, didn't I? I don't know if Ninja Master is actually like a phrase. That feels like kind of a stretch. There's a video game. I'll allow it. Not that it matters. So then, yeah, okay. So it's Baja. People call it Baja, Mexico instead of Baja, California. I guess that would make sense because it's in Mexico. This is probably Alex, right? Okay, so this is Wana. Areas of development are wombs. So moneymaker is minter because they're like minting coins. All right, I'll take it. And then yeah, this one I just don't know what it is. I think all our other stuff is right, and it's just gonna be a drama I don't know and an abbreviation that I don't know. So what do I do here? Do I just look it up? Do I just guess a bunch of letters? I might just initiate the solve protocol for this one. See what's in place there. We got the coat room. QED. Ooh, that's for the geometry. I didn't even look at that, but cool, neat. Outdo we got. Goat we got. Times Square we got. Rudolph we got. I'm just going to look at the answer key because that's easier than guessing a bunch of random letters. Which one am I looking for? Here we go. Latosca. And yeah, ACAD. I don't know what that is. Okay. And we had something else wrong anyways. Probably just a typo I made. Did Xena? No, because that worked with index. Not all. Ashley worked with axles. Sex, Jules, Oreo, Square, Jump. Alex, Aaron. Okay, we're just going to check the puzzle. Oh no, it'll mess with my stats. Okay, and that was the one that I was most confused about. Words of denial, is it not I? So then, Camaro is the IROC. Sure. International Race of Champions. So yeah, there must have been a car for that. IROC Z. Cool. Yeah, that was a decent puzzle. I had a good time. I wasn't crazy about it, and this wasn't a particularly good solve for me. I was kind of stumbling over stuff, but whatever. I'm going to post it to try out this new microphone, which you know because you're watching this. Okay, bye.